Well, we are going to deal with the fifth example now. Let us take the fifth example, fifth sentence, that is, they have already mended the TV set. Okay, this is my example. They have already mended the TV set, and in fact this is my active voice sentence. When you observe this sentence, it's very clear for you that some new words can be seen in this sentence. May I know what are those new words? Very good. Let us split this sentence according to the structure. According to the structure, they is the subject, have already mended is my verb, and the TV set is going to be my object. Okay, so when you see this, we saw have plus already plus mended. We have three particular words in this zone: 1, 2, 3. Three particular words in the verbs portion. And if you are provided with these type of words, most of us really get confused, because we say that have been already mended or have already mended. Which is correct? We will be in a little bit confusion. So first let us put on the structure for passive voice. When you put on the structure for passive voice, then you will understand how the given sentence can be converted into the passive voice. Okay, so what is the catchy area that we are supposed to concentrate to a maximum extent now? Yeah, that is have already mended. Where are we supposed to insert been? That's most important. We know that have gets converted into have been when it comes to passive voice, right? But we should understand where that been exactly to be inserted. That is very important to us. Okay, let's see the structure. My passive voice structure is followed this way. Passive voice structure is, my structure began with object. Of course, no marker is writing here. My structure is with object plus has or have. Of course, here it is mentioned have according to the agreement with the subject, but in my structure I suppose to mention has and have together, both, because whenever I do a passive voice sentence, I have to concentrate to a maximum time on the object portion. So I must take has or have according to my agreement with the object when dealing with passive voices. Alright, so I happen to take has and have plus, now we know that has is going to get converted into has been, and have is going to get converted into have been. Yes, and had is going to get converted into had been. We know it very well. If only these, any one of these verbs are provided to us in the sentence, it's not a difficulty for you. It's not difficulty at all. There's no issue. But what happens in such type of situations? We are provided with not only one word or two words, but three words are provided here. So here the confusion takes place. Where are we supposed to insert been? At any cost we have to insert been in our passive voice. But where? At what position? That's very important. To know that, let's have a small break. And now we are out of the break. So object plus has or have plus, now we are not supposed to add been here. No, it's wrong if you add been. We used to do it immediately after has or have in our previous active voice sentences when we only found either has, have or had. But now the combination is with three words. So bring the exact given word here. Already bring the second word. First word, second word. And after second word you are supposed to add been. Okay. So has or have plus already plus been plus V3. Here your V3 takes place. Okay, that means I already told you that your exact word has to be copied here. So, are we following this rule now? Very good. So, has or have plus already plus been plus V3. And after V3, it is immediately followed by and ended with the given subject, that is S. Now you see the structure, how beautiful it is. The passive voice structure, object plus has or have plus already plus been plus V3 plus by plus subject. So this is the actual structure for the terms that exists in this manner. Okay, right. Now, what is the object that is provided to us in the sentence? In the sentence, they have already mended the television set. In this, what's the object that is provided? Very good. It is the TV set. Why the TV set is an object? Yes, because it is an immediate noun that is taking place immediately after the verb that is mentioned, after the helping verb that is mentioned to us. Okay. So, we state that this given sentence in the subject verb object strategy, so this can be easily gets converted into passive voice. Hence, we happen to take the objective in the first subject's position. So, let's rewrite it here. Object. The television set is going to be my object. This is my object. Okay, my object is going to be this, and the next you let me know what are we supposed to take here, has or have. How many subjects are we speaking about in this case? Yes, exactly one subject, right? We are speaking about only one subject. So take has. So write down has. Okay, next plus. And what is to be copied immediately? This is already present in our question. I mean the sentence that is given in the active form. So copy it as it is to the down sentence already. Copy it already. Very good. Plus. And what next? Very good. It is Mr. Bean next. So bring been here. Been next plus. What is V3 form for? Okay, whose form are we supposed to follow? What is the main verb here? Can you identify the main verb? Is have a main verb? Already a main verb? Mended a main verb. What is the main verb? It is telling you some sort of state of being of an action, but here it's not acting directly. This particular word is not acting directly, it is just showing you the state of being of the action. Okay, so here this particular word is acting directly here, mended, taking the action directly by itself. So mended. So mended means that is going to be your main verb. So if for this main verb, how many forms of verbs can be found? 5 forms as usual, as we discussed previously, right? So mend is my actual V1 form. For mend, my V2 form is going to be mended, and obviously if my V2 form is mended and my V3 form is also going to be mended. So this is the set I have got. Now for my sentence, for my completion of the sentence, I am looking for my V3 form. So I am just copying it here. Mended. Okay. Plus bring by as it is here. By plus, and you have to bring the subject. What's the subject that we are dealing with here? Very good, they. So automatically, since it is a pronoun, when it goes to the passive voice position in the object's place, when the subject gets converted into an object, definitely this form is going to change. So they is going to get converted into them and should be ended with the full stop. Remember, this is not a question, so you have to end it with a full stop. Now see how beautifully the example has been formed. The TV set has already been mended by them. If you have written the TV set has been already mended by them. Most of us do like this, right? Without a proper structure, without knowing the structure, or out of confusion, we tend to concentrate been immediately after has. But if you write like this is wrong. If already one more extra word is state of being verb is there, definitely you are not supposed to put it here. Okay, so you have to place it after the next extra word. Finally, the TV set has already been mended by them is a correct passive voice, but this is wrong passive voice. What is mentioned later next to this is a wrong passive voice. Now when you remove pluses, can you read this as a sentence? Yes, this is your passive voice sentence that got existed after the structure provided by the active voice. So students, they have already mended the TV set got converted into the TV set has already been mended. So can I give the passive voice for this? Yes, I can. The television set has already been mended by them. That's it. Okay, and one more thing I would like to discuss with you. Who usually mends television sets? Who usually mends television sets? Obviously the workers of the factory, right? So in that case, I hope the repetition of the subject is not at all required here in this sentence. That means now in my next step, I am going to remove my extra information, that is my subject. So what I am writing here, I stopped giving the information till here. The television set has already been mended. That means I stopped till here. The television set has already been mended. We know that it is being mended by the workers of the factory. So again we need not to specify that it's been mended by them. Okay. So this is my required passive voice for my given active voice. If they don't give they have already mended the television set. If they don't give they, we cannot clearly identify. Okay, so there won't be any appropriate sense. Of course, we don't begin a sentence with a verb. Hence, to begin a verb, we need a subject. So without subject, we cannot continue active voice. That is why they have mentioned here they here in the active voice. But when it comes to passive voice, it is not required, because we know that the television set only bends by means of the workers, not by any other person. You cannot mend the television set. I cannot mend. Only the workers of the factory can mend the television set. Okay. Well students, we have done almost 5 examples with all the formal sentences and the assertive sentences, and now we would like to concentrate on the last but not least sentence, that is our 6th sentence, 6th example. They have decorated the rooms with flowers. What's the sentence that we are going to discuss? Very good. That is, they have decorated the room with flowers. They have decorated the room with flowers. They decorated the room with flowers. In fact, this is my last active voice in this exercise. Now see, even this I am going to split according to the structure. When I split this according to the structure, they is going to be my subject and have decorated is going to be my verb, and the room is going to be my object. And what about with flowers? How about with flowers? Very good. In this sentence, I was not provided with any extra information in the sentence. In fact, I was stopped with the object. But here in this sentence, I am provided with the extra information in my sentence, right? So subject, verb, object with some extra information. They have decorated the room with flowers. The room, we know that the room was quite decorated, but with what? With flowers. So that is going to be our extra information. Okay. Now let us give a appropriate passive voice structure for the given sentence. The passive voice structure for this is, you have to pick up from the object. Where is the object? Yes, it is the room. This is going to be my object. Begin your passive voice with object plus have decorated. Now you have to identify the tense of the sentence. Have decorated indicates what tense is this? What is the tense? Very good. It is present perfect tense. Have decorated is in present perfect tense. So add here has or have. Depends upon the object that we are taking here. So the object in the active voice becomes a subject in the passive voice. So based on the agreement of the subject, we are going to take has or have. Okay. Hence we happen to write both of them at a place. Has, have plus been, and here we are using been. You know why? There is no other extra word is provided here. Okay, only it got stopped with have, the helping verb have, and immediately it is followed by main verb. In our previous sentence, have is followed by already. So we happen to put been after already. But here there is no such issue. We can put been as it is, as soon as, or as immediately as this has or have. Immediately after has or have we can place been. And plus V3 form plus what's the next structure after immediately after V3? Very good, it is by, and plus subject. What's the subject? Very good, it is subject. And till here we have finished. Is it not? We finished till here. And something is left over in our sentence. Can you identify that? What is left over? Can you identify the leftover part in our sentence? Very good. That is extra information plus extra information. That means this is not yet stopped, it continued. Alright, now we are going to put them in words. Object means the room plus has or have. Now we are supposed to transfer has or have to the actual passive form. The room. Before transferring has or have here, first you identify the subject part in the passive sentence. The subject part is nothing, the object part of active voice becomes the subject part here. So the room is a singular or plural subject? Yes, it's a singular subject. So we are supposed to transfer has, since the room is singular here. Has plus transfer been, very good, plus, and what is the main verb that you can find in the sentence? What's the main verb? Very good, that is decorate. Decorated is our main verb. So from this, decorate will be the existing verb, that is V1, and for this decorate, what will be the V2 form? It is decorated, and if it is decorated is the V2, obviously the V3 also is going to be quite same, that is decorated. So hence we are going to take V3 as decorated here. Decorated plus and transfer by here, by as it is plus. What's the subject here? They. So they gets converted into them and plus. What is left over in our sentence? Something is left over in our sentence, right? What is that? Very good. That is extra information. What is the extra information that is provided to us in the sentence? With flowers. With flowers. So this is the actual formation of the sentence in the passive voice with the given relevant structure. So when I put it in the sentence, it's like this. The room has been decorated by them with flowers. So this is my actual sentence, and in fact I said this is my second step, and yeah, this is my third step, and one more fourth step I am going to follow, that is something I am going to remove from the given sentence. They have not specified a particular person. Who usually decorates flowers? When on some occasions, at the time of happy happenings, some parties, some occasional days, we decorate our homes, right? Houses with flowers, on the rooms with flowers. Who usually decorate? We the people of the house, we the house members decorate the home with flowers, or we call someone else who are experts in decoration, some decorative managers like event managers. These all help us to decorate the specific area with flowers and all, with some decorative items, right? That means it is also a quite common word and very generally spoken word, that is. So subject need not be mentioned. So you can remove this from the passive voice. So after removing this, the sentence becomes: the room has been decorated with flowers. The room has been decorated with flowers. This is our specific idea actually. Buy them is not at all specific for us because it is a quite common known information to every one of us. Okay, but with what? Decoration can be done with many items, many things, many articles. But how the decoration took place here with what? With flowers. That is a specification here. Okay, so here it's not specified, but here this particular word is a specification. So we can remove by them and we can install with flowers together, join it and complete our passive voice sentence. Finally, the passive voice for this active voice would be the room has been decorated with flowers is going to be our passive voice. Okay students, so now you understood how we got this. Okay, once again we are going to rewind this. This is my sentence, provided sentence. They have decorated the room with flowers is my given sentence. From this sentence, actually this sentence got split into the structure, that is subject, verb, object. Only till object I have split the sentence according to the structure. Later I observed little more information about the sentence. That means some extra information is provided to my sentence, that is with flowers. I have rated that part of sentence as my extra information provided to the given active voice. Okay. Now, I would like to convert this active voice sentence into passive voice sentence. For this, I need the structure. Okay. To give the appropriate structure, I need to have some focus towards the tense of the sentence. So here, have decorated is the tense of the sentence. It is going to tell us about the tense of the sentence. According to this, I noticed that my above active voice sentence is in present perfect tense. According to that information, I have framed the structure for passive voice, stating that I began my passive voice with the structure called object plus has or have plus been plus V3 plus by plus subject. So this is actually my structure. But apart from this, I also need to add as a tagline, that is my extra information. So I have mentioned it later as an extra information. Now what I did, instead of these particular structural helping verbs or the objects, whatever it is, I substituted with some names, with the relevant words in place of the given structure. Okay, so hence the object place got occupied by the room, because in my sentence the room is the object and the room plus has or have. Depending upon the subject that we are considering here in passive voice, subject is nothing, the object is going to be the subject in passive voice. Okay, the object of active voice is going to be the subject of passive voice. So here I consider the room as my subject, because the room is a singular subject here, so I happen to agree with has. In case if I go with some plural subjects like the rooms, the theaters, the function halls, if that is a plural subject, I'm supposed to take have instead of has. Why? Because the subject is going to be plural in that case. But as of now, I've got the subject singular subject, so I happen to agree with has and plus been. I copied been as it is here, and after that V3. I am supposed to replace V3 form. So V3 form for the main verb we have to go thorough with. So the V3 form for decorate is decorated. Of course in this sentence it's already given, but we need to find out with lot of sentences with different sentences with different tense forms. So let's have the same criteria. So decorate becomes decorated in V3 form, and plus it is followed by and plus, and I am taking the subject as they into them, turning they into them, because it occupies subject's place according to the structure. Plus I have added the extra information with flowers. That's all. My structure has been formed, and as a result my sentence is formed in this manner. The room has been decorated by them with flowers. So this is my formed sentence according to the structure given. Now what I did, I am supposed to remove little more information from it, which is not required for us. The unwanted information I am removing. Pancreas and appendix. Have you heard about appendix in the human body? Yeah, appendix. What is the use of appendix? It's useless, right? So there is no problem if you remove that from your body, because it doesn't perform any work, hence it is termed as a useless organ in a human body. In the same manner, there would be certain words which are quite useless in passive voices. In that, by them is one of the words. You know why by them is one of the useless word here? Because we already knew that something is happening here. They have decorated the room with flowers. They have decorated. Who usually decorates the rooms? Obviously there would be workers or the housemates or the people in the house, especially for the celebrations, for the events, or the event managers decorates the houses, and it's a common known information for us. When it is a known information, we need not to specify it in the subject's place, because we know that's a common information. As we have discussed, the police catches the thieves. The thieves are caught by police, and we stopped till police and we didn't mention the thieves again, right? The same manner, by them is not at all required here. So we happen to eliminate by them and give the complete information in the short form, like the room has been decorated with flowers. And here in this sentence, with the flowers has become the specific information for the sentence, which is in the passive voice. This is very important to notice it, because most of us doesn't notice this. At the time of competitive examinations, they might be giving more than 2 options which are alike. In one of the option they give you this sentence, and in another option they might give you this sentence. So most of the time your concentration is on this sentence, so you just give a click mark to this and you will lose your mark. Okay, the point will be lost. So focus on everything and every rule that we discussed. And finally I can say that for this sentence, they have decorated the room with flowers. My passive voice for this would be, room has been decorated with flowers. And I gave very least priority to the mentioning of subject. Okay students, so you have to notice each and every point when we are dealing with active and passive voices. As of now, we have finished dealing with the positive sentences, and now we are going to deal with the questioning sentences, especially the WH words, means the questioning words, the closed ending questions and the open ending questions. We are going to deal with the closed ending and open ending questions. What happens when a closed ending question is given in active voice, and how you are supposed to convert that into a passive voice. The same thing, how an active voice which is in a open-ended question is given to you, and how that is to be converted into passive voice, we are going to discuss in a short span of time. Okay.